Election Yatra. I'm Pratibha Chandran and we are joining you from the Venice of the East, from the beautiful city of Alapura that is known for houseboats and the peace and tranquil backwaters. But while the water around here is very, very peaceful, there's a very intense fight that's also playing out in the region. This is the birthplace of V.S. Achyutanandan and it has been a very, very strong bastion of the left for a long time now. And in fact, this region has seen support for the left even when other parts of the state swing the other way. Is it going to be the same this time around or is it any different? And is BJP a factor at all here? That's what we find out in this episode. When you think of Kerala, one is often reminded of the calm backwaters and houseboats. And for many, it's a traveler's paradise. At the heart of this scenic landscape lies Alapura, which, for good reason, is famously called the Venice of the East. No wonder then that it is among the premier global tourism destinations in Kerala. So we are just about 5 to 10 kilometers away from Alapura, where we will be talking to the people. It's also important politically because it's the home turf of Mr. K.C. Venugopal, close aide of the Gandhi family. How is that going to affect the chances of the Congress party is what we see in today's episode. While Alapura may be Kerala's smallest district, it is witnessing a big political battle for supremacy. In the last 3 assembly elections, Alapura has voted largely for the LDF, even on occasions when the alliance performed poorly in other parts of the state. In 2021, 8 of the 9 seats went to LDF, while the UDF won a solitary seat and the NDA drew a blank. Alapura has a very distinct way of voting. In the Lok Sabha elections, it shows a very clear leaning towards the Congress party. But in the assembly elections, the choice is very clear. It is in support of the LDF. And in the Lok Sabha elections since 2009, K.C. Venugopal, who is a very close associate of the Gandhi family, has been elected thrice from the region. But can that actually translate into support in the assembly elections or not? That is the question. With the UDF eyeing a return after 10 years of LDF rule, the Congress in particular would want to bank on the influence of K.C. Venugopal in this region to convert into a meaningful vote share for the party. The challenge is immense, which is why we are here in Alapura today to find out whether the Congress is making any progress in their uphill battle to take on the might of the left. We're in the Venice of the East, and if you've not already guessed, looking at the visuals all around us and the beauty all around us, we are in Alapura, which is a tourism hub known for the houseboats and beautiful boat rides, giving you a feel of Venice right here in India. Let's speak about what are the issues for the people in Alapura as we speak about the politics of it. Is tourism, the local economy, the biggest challenge here as well? How can the government help? To speak to us more about it, joining us on the broadcast is Mr. Shati Chako, from the Pulikattil houseboats, the tourism hub that it is, and it is a pioneer in the houseboat industry as well, right here in Alapura. Thank you so much, Mr. Shaji, for joining us on Times Now's Election Yatra. Firstly, you can tell us a little bit about the houseboats that we see around us and also the boats. Is this the main economy of Alapura? How important is it for Alapura?
Alleppey, as far as Alleppey, so far as the Alleppey is concerned, backwater tourism is the main revenue of Kerala government. You know, the main revenue of the Kerala government is tourism, but so far as the backwater tourism is concerned, backwater tourism is the main, the area of Kerala economy.
Okay. You, in fact, had also mentioned that it was Mr. Tommy Pulikattil who joined and started this business about over 20 years ago. How is the business going, and what do you think it has been over the last 5 years? Has it gotten better, or do you think the challenges have increased more?
So, but tourism is such a kind of area. Whatever happened, for example, now the war is going on. So tourism has badly affected here in Alleppey, because the one main reason is the gas is not, industrial gas is not available. So that means whatever, so if there is an epidemic broke out anywhere, so that will affect the backwater tourism. So जहाँ तक आलपी टूरिज्म का कंसर्न है सर, कुछ भी छोटा मोटा जो भी इंसिडेंट होता है ना, तो ये बैकवाटर टूरिज्म में ये बैडली अफेक्ट करता है.
So it has been badly affected, but what is the kind of tourism that you see usually? Are there peak times, say during Onam, that you see a lot of people here?
No, actually the tourism, actually the main tourism is only for 6 months. The tourism season here in Alleppey begin from Puja holidays, that means from October. Then it start ascending. So that's only 4 months is the peak season. And then tourism is actually for only 6 months. So from October to January last is the peak season. And now the March is very dull because the exam is going on all over India. That is very dull. Then next April and the May would be holiday here in Kerala. So there will be a moment in backwater tourism. COVID was very badly affected. So the last two, COVID 2011, 2021 and 22, there were no business. All the houseboats in stagnant position. And वो हमें बहुत सारे हमारा जो हाउसबोट है उसमें बैडली अफेक्ट किया, क्योंकि कोई गेस्ट नहीं आए हुए थे, तो इसका जो हाउसबोट को मेंटेन करना है ना वो भी बहुत कॉस्टली अफेयर थे. इसलिए कोविड का समय में बहुत सारे जो हाउसबोट वाले हैं वो मतलब इस फील्ड से आउट हो गई.
I wanted to ask you, we have come here to cover the elections, so this is the time for also people to speak to the government about what the issues are that they face. So you manage the houseboats here. What are the key challenges that you face?
So the key challenges we face that to run the houseboat. For example, if you want to make a 5 BHK houseboat, at least you have to invest 1.5 crores. So if you have a 20 days in a month, you have a run, then you will be in profit. Otherwise, you will be in a patch up in a great loss.
So does the government provide enough help to the houseboat owners, to this entire industry?
No, for the government has been helping us setting the facilities here. I mean for the what you call the जिसका जेट्टी नहीं होता ना, जो हाउस बोट जेटी तो गवर्नमेंट प्रोवाइड करता है. गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से टूरिज्म के लिए काफी पैकेज आता है. लेकिन ये जो है, मैं कहने का मतलब ये है, वो 1 महीने में 20 डेज का अगर गेस्ट नहीं आता है तो this will patch up in a loss.
So let's talk about Alapura. I'm sure you're a resident here as well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the politics of it. Alapura has a very interesting history where in the assembly elections there's a lot of support for left, and in the Lok Sabha elections there is support for the Congress party. Which party do you think that can bring solutions to Alapura, that is better for Alapura?
So I must say, ma'am, Alleppey is a stronghold of left, parties. In Kerala there is two main, fronts, the left Democrat, LDF and UDF, United Democratic Fronts. And so far as Alleppey, the Lok Sabha constituency is concerned, there are 20 Lok Sabha constituency. 19 from Congress, I mean UDF. But so far as the assembly election is concerned, after the formation of Kerala state, no government has doubled. in his time. But only the Pinarayi Vijayan government, left Democratic Front, Pinarayi Vijayan government has doubled the team. So they are going actually for the third team. It is called a Pinarayi Government 3.0. So far as the Alleppey is concerned, Alleppey district is concerned, there are 9 assembly constituencies. Last year, 2011, out of 9, 8 won by LDF. So I think this year also the situation would be same.
So they're happy. You as a resident here, somebody who is running the business.
But I don't know how much anti-incumbency factor will work. But in a general perception, I think the LDF government will get a third term.
So houseboat owners in general, those who are in the business, you say that they are happy with the government.
No, in houseboat industry, there are 6 different organizations led by all political parties. So I don't think that all are supporting the LDF, the supporters of UDF as well is there.
There is talk about how Congress party is also strong here, at least in the Lok Sabha elections. Do you think the Congress party has a chance?
No, madam, I must say, the Pinarayi Vijayan government is doing their second term. So they are going for a third term. So there will be anti-incumbency factor will be there. But in a general perception, I must say, so people think that the left Democratic Front will, win the election. That is a general perception.
Okay. So there is no chance for the Congress. What about the BJP here or anywhere in Kerala?
BJP is not a decisive factor here in Kerala.
Anywhere in Kerala?
No. Before I think 15 years they had an MLA from Nevam, but before last 2 years left has closed the account.
Okay, all right, Mr. Sajid Jacob, thank you so much for joining us on Times Now's Election Yatra. Thank you for this boat ride as well. For the people here, this is their daily work, this is their daily business, and this is the time during elections that they can voice their opinion. Thank you for joining us and telling us what's important for you in this election. We speak to the leaders as well and see what are the promises that they hold for the people. A significant part of Alappuzha's population depends on tourism for their livelihood. So winning their hearts could go a long way for the Congress to dent the supremacy of the left in this region. The Congress would want to use its Lok Sabha momentum to breach this left stronghold, but the left parties are having their own issues to deal with, further complicating their mission. The left has repeated its sitting MLA from the Ambalappuzha seat, which was once held by veteran left leader V.S. Achyutanandan. But this time, the UDF is backing G. Sudhakaran, the man who was LDF's MLA from the same seat till 2021. Interestingly, the Congress has won this seat only twice since 1967, with their last win coming in 2001. Can the UDF end its losing run 25 years later? Joining us on Times Now's Election Yatra is Mr. G. Sudhakaran. Is he going to be the X factor that could work against the left? That's the big question. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. How is this election looking? You seem to be very busy campaigning, just a few days to go for the elections. How's the election looking?
You see, I am supported by UDF, led by Congress. What you are seeing is the workers' meeting of Congress in the southern 27 wards of the Alleppey municipality. Meeting is over.
Okay.
So, all the secular forces, including Congress, even Muslim League, they are all working for me, despite the fact that I am a pure independent.
Okay, you're contesting as an independent, but you're a veteran left leader. What prompted you to leave the party?
No, I did not renew my membership in this month of March, which is the membership renewal month constitution. I did not renew it because the party which I joined 63 years ago is no more. It is not that party.
So why do you say
Especially in Alleppey, in parties' various leadership level, political criminals are flourishing. As far as the Kerala conditions are concerned, whatever these fascist, uncultural issues that can be what you call implemented here. That such things are being implemented here under the leadership of political criminalism who crept into the Communist Party of India Marxists.
Okay. Do you think that you were in the left, you had opposed the Congress party for decades together? You think you will have acceptance with the supporters of the Congress party who have seen you opposing the party all along?
So Congress is not ruling India now. They are an opposition party. There is so much changes in the Congress leadership and Congress party. You see, in such situation, in Kerala also they are not in the ruling chairs. So Congress is a secular democratic party now. They are supporting me. I am receiving it.
Okay, you think that there will be winds of change in Kerala all across the state? You think Congress party?
This will write a new chapter after my victory. This will create a new chapter in the history of Kerala. You see, in Tamil Nadu, in Maharashtra, in other parts of India, in West Bengal, Tripura, CPIM is hand in gloves with the Congress, hand in hand with the Congress to avoid communal forces. In Kerala, Congress is a force, CPIM is a force. So, at the present context, there needs not be any necessity to, you see, hand in hand work.
Sir,
so when the communal forces rise up here and becomes a threat to secularism, naturally in the coming years, in an unforeseen juncture, these two parties will join together and fight communalism here also. The India front will also be implemented here in future, not now.
Okay. Okay. So I also want to ask you, because in Alappuzha, left has been very, very strong over decades together. This is also the home turf of Mr. Achyutanandan, who is a very veteran leader. You think that the voters will feel you have betrayed the left?
No. Voters will never feel. Because the present so-called CPM leadership in the state betrayed the party, betrayed Marxist-Leninism, betrayed VS legacy. They betrayed everything. They are living for themselves.
Okay. So, do you have a personal equation with Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan? Is there something you want to speak about him? Because they say that this government is going to be Nava Keralam. That's what left has said. They've said it's going to be Pinarayi 3.2. What would you like to say to that?
You see, I never abused him. And I will never go into abuse him. But he abused me. I'm not going to reply to that. More than 30 years. I worked with him when he was party secretary and chief minister. I was in the ministry with him from 2016 to 2021. When I handled the PWD registration departments, you see. So I know him very well. He knows me very well. But he is calling me second names. A chief minister shall never do unconstitutional words he is using. He is forgetting the sanctity of the chair he is sitting. He is a chief minister of the whole people of Kerala.
Okay, all right, sir. All the best to you. Thank you so much for joining us on Times Now's Election Yatra. The battle lines are drawn here in Alappuzha. If the left wants to complete a hat-trick, Vijayan cannot afford to lose his Alappuzha stronghold. For both the Congress and the BJP, ending the left's reign over Alappuzha would be an uphill task. But could we witness a change in Alappuzha after decades of left dominance in the region? Only time will tell. And well, that's all we could pack for you in this edition of Times Now's Election Yatra. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful boat journey. With that, we head into another location, another story. We meet you in the next episode.